All right, welcome to another case of Delmarva Historic Haunts. My name is Rick.
I'm Wendy.
And we'd like to welcome you to this case, a fine old house in Lewis. The Burton Ingram House was on the street,
Yes.
Second Street, right?
Yeah, it was.
And the windows were set up high.
To allow for some privacy. The back part burnt down in about 1922, and so they attached the back part of a different house onto this one.
Also, in the Lewis paper back then in 1935, it was known as Bluebeard's house. The reason why is because the guy that owned the house, apparently he got into some mercury and turned his skin blue. And so he walked around with blue skin.
Sounds scary.
Yeah, it does. Like anything else, we don't know if this is haunted or not. If there's something in this house, maybe it'll talk back to us tonight. It's old enough and has enough background.
Yes.
What is soaked up in these walls? This house has seen the Revolutionary War, World War I, World War II, the Civil War. It's seen all these things.
Yeah.
And this town was split both ways on both wars. Yeah. I mean, he actually had separate churches in town.
Wow.
During the Revolutionary War. So this is a cool place. Lewis is a cool town, and we're in one of the coolest places here.
My favorite.
There you go. So we're getting ready to go lights out, but we're going to set up cameras in here first tonight, okay?
Okay.
So we'll see you in a little bit. Thanks. All right, these are the stairs in the hallway where people do hear things. They hear people going up and down the stairs and hear walking.
Right.
So let's go into the next room.
Sure. This is Leah Burton, I know.
Yeah, that's Leah Burton there. She looks pretty good, doesn't she?
She actually, I believe, didn't, she actually bequeathed the house to the Historic Society, I believe.
Okay, all right. We did have some torching going on here.
Oh, yeah.
We did get some something in the corner one time, a bang. That's about it. But we'll see what we can get out of this house.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go on to the next
Sure.
room.
This dining room is my favorite room, but where that ship was, there used to be a different portion.
Yeah, I know the guy.
Yeah. And there was a story about him, and every time I told the story, all my equipment went nuts.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Ready? Mm-hmm. Okay. We're in the dining room.
We are?
As you can see, this is an upper scale house. You have all the china and everything else in here. Sailing ships, of course, because we are in Lewis. Have you heard any stories in here? I've heard bangs in here, they said. That's the only thing I know.
I've had my equipment kind of go crazy up here on the mantle when I was telling different stories to different groups that I had in here.
All right, so let's go on to the next room. This is one of the bedrooms.
Yeah, it was sort of the master bedroom, I believe.
We did have a lot of KK2 stuff going on here at times.
We did, on the bed especially.
On the bed here. So we'll see if we have anything going on there. Has to be a morning dress there.
Yeah.
What looks like.
Tiny.
Yeah. So Wendy, what do you think that is?
This was actually, I don't know the name for it, but what ladies would do is they could kind of get behind it, and they weren't supposed to show any skin because they were very modest then, and they would, this part tips forward, and they could hook their heel of their boot on it and take off their boot while staying hidden behind this little piece of wood, and therefore show no skin.
Oh, there you go. That's something. All right. Right, we're in the kids' room, and I did get some things out of this room. When we were here, I had about 5 people were standing on this side of the door side of the room,
Okay.
and asked for them to do something, and we had a K2 sitting on this small little desk.
Mm-hmm.
It started going off, and this started to rock,
Wow.
and everybody freaked. So, but that's what I had here.
I think I've had K2 hits where I had placed the K2 right there on the saddle of the rocking horse, and I had some K2 hits there.
Okay, so this part right here may be something going on.
Yeah.
If you gaze down here, which I think is cool, if you go down here and look at the bed,
The little shoes.
I
love
think that's
them.
awesome. Look at the little booties and stuff there. Look at that something.
Can you imagine doing these little tiny buttons?
Yeah, and all that. Isn't that neat?
It's very neat.
All right, the artifacts in this place are really great. Lewis people have taken their time. The Historical Society has done a great job in this house.
A lot of care.
So we're looking forward to going in. We're going to set up our cameras now.
Okay.
Pretty soon we'll be in the green.
All right.
All right, catching a short.
I think we need to capture the stairs because that's where something apparently goes up and opens the door. So maybe right over here. Yeah, right back in here. Yeah. Might be the best place to put it. Might have to go back.
What are the camera angles tonight at this lovely home?
We have 5 cameras set up. The first one we have is the upstairs bedroom.
And that's where we get the K2 hits and all that on the bed.
All over
So
the
we're
bed.
going to put a K2 a little bit on
Yeah,
the bed.
right where we can see it. Then we have the nursery,
Yes,
the parlor
right,
in the front of the house.
right.
This is looking up the steps.
That's where they hear the steps. Apparently somebody says they hear something going up the steps and into the hallway.
Right, and then there's something with the door too.
Right.
There's been reports about that.
Exactly.
So we made sure we got that all in there.
Right,
And then this is the mantle in the dining room in the rear
right.
because we get a lot of activity up on the mantle.
All right. All right, that sounds good. Thanks for the angles.
Thanks.
All right. See you soon. Freaked out down here. The EMFs are hot.
And there's spiders.
Spiders? I hate spiders.